live, recording this right now. It is Tuesday, October 14th. College football, Week 8, NFL, Week 7, all in the same show. Connor and Dylan are here. Dylan, your eyes are looking tired. Connor's rubbing his eyes right now. We're recording this early. Wake up.
Yeah, life changes have caused us to record before the workday starts, and it's rough. It's rough. Now, I noticed in the recap show around the 30-minute mark, I started to get up a little bit, but we're still powering through. Week 8, Connor, you texted. How's it Week 8 already?
For whatever reason, you look at Week 8 on paper, and that number 8, it's like, oh, we're done with the season almost.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks, we're going to have playoff rankings.
That seems surreal to me. It feels like we just previewed this in August. I know everybody's saying that, but
when
middle of October?
When you're so right, it's like, it feels like it was so short ago because we were right about everything.
Do you guys get any predictions right?
I hate when casual Joes just have a mic. Casual sports fans.
Personal news, I am one Monopoly piece away from every single prize on McDonald's Monopoly.
So,
what are you going to win, a cruise or like Daniels or
the Kennedy Space Center? That's the worst prize, right?
Yep, Kennedy Space Center's one. Me personally, I want the Monopoly Go vacation to one of the locations. I want to go to Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. So what?
Bring the
if you
cast
get them all,
to Japan?
you win, or you just have a chance to win?
No, I think you win. I've never won before, but right now, as it stands, I have about 10 free breakfast sandwiches and a bunch of free small fries. That's kind of where my luck's been. So
send those my way. I'm gonna be hungry after this show.
There you go.
Let's get into the football, college football. Connor, I wanted to start with this exercise we talked about before the show. National title contenders. I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, so we're gonna run through the list here. The AP Top 25 sitting in front of me. I'm gonna list out some of these teams, and I'm gonna have Karter and Dylan give me an answer. Can they win a national title? So let's start here. Karter, Dylan, can this team win a national championship? We're gonna start at the top. Ohio State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Miami.
Well,
Miami.
Yes.
Yes.
Indiana sitting at number 3 now.
Yes. They proved it.
Yes.
Texas A&M coming in at number 4.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
All right, I like that. Ole Miss.
No. Not an Ole Miss believer.
Oh man.
They can, but I don't think they will. I think they can, but I don't think they will.
That's a good distinctive question to ask, Karter. Just because you can, like they're undefeated right now, they're in a pretty good spot. I guess they can. I don't think they will.
Staying in the SEC, Alabama.
Yes.
Yep. No question.
I'll say it right now. Best team in the country.
I kind of agree. Texas Tech coming up next.
Yes. I think Texas Tech is legit enough. I think Texas Tech is legit enough to win a national title.
If you're going to make a case for Ole Miss, you got to make a case for Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a better team.
People always say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. They've got 2 good quarterbacks.
they got like 1.5.
Yeah, I think the backup might be better.
Yeah, he'll get a bag next year. Oregon, number 8.
I still think so.
Yeah, I think yes too.
It's a little flub this weekend. Drop 5 spots. Number 9, Georgia. Ruffle some feathers.
They're in the same tier as Ole Miss for me. They can, but I don't think they will.
I would agree. Thought experiment real quick. You like Ole Miss or Georgia better to win the national championship?
Georgia. Georgia. Coaching matters.
Yeah.
If you're talking national title, not just one game, not just this weekend, yeah, Georgia. Got to be.
Yeah. Coaching matters.
All right, rounding out the top 10, LSU.
No. Absolutely not.
LSU cannot win the national title. That defense is legit, but that run game is non-existent.
All right, we'll go through a few more here. Quick hitters. Tennessee coming in at 11.
I want to say yes so bad.
I don't know. I mean, they got a tough one coming up this week. I'm going to say no.
Georgia Tech.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'll say no.
And we'll
Dylan,
see
you'll like
why
this
this
one.
week.
They should have lost in Winston-Salem.
Yes, they should have. Dylan, you'll like this one. Notre Dame.
No.
Yes. Yes, Notre Dame can win the
Oh
national
my
title.
gosh,
100%.
Karter, what have you seen? There's
What are you
nothing against Arkansas. A dead Sam
if
Pittman.
we're-
He a dead man. He was a dead
Oh,
man. That's what you're going on.
you just talked about Texas A&M that they're 100% they can win the national title. If there wasn't that BS misholding call and a miracle, flat out miracle touchdown, we're talking about Notre Dame, a top 5 team in the country and easily a national title contender. Their schedule the rest of the way sets them up to make the playoff. They can absolutely do it. CJ Carr, Jeremiah Love might be one of the best dynamic duos in the country.
I got bad news for you. They're losing this week, so I don't know why we're sitting here.
Oh,
Having
no.
But you say that I said 100% Texas A&M is in and going to win the national championship. Karter, that's the exercise. It's yes or no. And the polarity of the exercise is what makes this the exercise.
Yes.
I would go 60% chance A&M. No, that's not even close to right. I would say 7% chance Texas A&M wins the national championship.
Oklahoma.
No.
No, I don't believe it.
Especially with
Their
Bum
their
Mateer.
schedule.
And if Mateer is, not 100% and they keep forcing him back, no.
This next one makes me a little nervous. BYU coming up next.
Yes.
Yes.
I love BYU.
Yes. That's what I like
I
to
love
hear.
Bear Bachmeier. Genuinely, Karter, they make the playoff. You think they have a shot?
No. I'll be
Dylan's
realistic.
preseason darling, Missouri.
No. I think there's going to be
I think they can do it.
I think it's going to come down to Missouri's going to have to convert a 3rd and long, and Bo Perbula just is a one-read machine.
All right,
One play is why you're saying they can't win a
No.
national championship.
2 plays. Also, I just don't trust his arm.
Well,
think that's fair.
I will say the schedule looks a lot tougher than it did at the beginning of the year. So, but if they get out of this battle tested, they end up with 1 loss. Give me the yes. Give me the yes price.
I'm going to assume these next few are all no. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Vanderbilt,
Nope.
No.
Virginia,
Nope.
USF,
Nope.
USC.
Sneaky playoff. I think we might be talking about USC, especially if they win this week. We're going to be talking about USC in the playoff. I don't think they can win the title.
I like them in Utah the best out of the bottom 7 or 8 here, probably.
Texas?
I don't hate USC.
I was about to say,
No.
are we sure Texas is dead?
No.
Are we
what do
sure
you mean by
Texas
dead?
is dead?
What do you mean by dead?
Playoff?
I mean, they could make the playoff.
They're going to find a way to get them in.
They got to play Vandy, Georgia, and A&M.
Why are they going to
That's
find
not-
a way to get them in?
They love Texas.
Do they?
Yeah.
How? Why do they? Because of Arch?
SEC.
Well, that's not just Texas. Then they're going to find a way to get Vanderbilt in. Then
No, I don't think so.
wait a minute, they're SEC. What are we doing here? No, Texas will lose another game, and I don't think they get in. But it's also not crazy to say they could get in.
Memphis.
So how many teams did we just say yes to?
Quite a few.
Memphis, Utah, Cincinnati, Nebraska. Any love for Utah real quick?
I'll give
No.
Utah the love. Okay.
Okay.
Cincinnati, no. Nebraska, hell no.
You guys probably said yes. I mean, 11, 12 teams, realistically, maybe more. 15?
That's what college football is all about.
Yeah, that's I think that shows you the parity this year in the sport. The fact that we said Texas Tech can actually win the national title, I think says
can.
everything. Like we're talking about an ACC team and a Big 12 team that are right there at the top with these other schools, I think. Like
Yeah.
if Texas Tech Indiana play tomorrow, a neutral field, it's what? Indiana by 2?
And I'm taking Texas Tech.
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like Texas Tech might be favored. Outside of Illinois, Texas Tech's probably won more handedly, but Indiana has better wins. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to tell. Let's ask Jeff Benson.
I was gonna say, plop down Circa Sportsbook.
I'll be there. I'll be there this weekend. Do you want me to ask him? Well, Texas Tech, Indiana on neutral field. What would you make it?
What are you doing this weekend at Circa?
Well, once we get into the game previews, I guess we can kind of get into it. I'm going to be watching college football on the flight. We leave Saturday. Sunday, we have a concert to go to, a festival, all-day festival. Monday, I don't know. We're not staying at Circa. We're staying at the Golden Nugget, but I'm sure I will mosey my way on over there at some point. Okay, London game. I didn't know this. London game this week. Your boy's going to be up bright and early, 6:30 kickoff.
This is your dream, huh?
That's my dream, and that's also Abby will probably still be asleep. So that might be a text like, hey, I'll go pick up donuts and watch the London game at Circa. I'll be back at 9.
Going to Circa at 6:30. Love to hear that, Dylan.
I mean, it's not for the week, right?
It's
Karter,
not.
You wouldn't do that. You lived just very close to that time zone, and you complained all the time about it.
No, Mountain Time I was fine. Pacific, I would complain.
It's my dream. I want football kicking off at 6:30.
Mountain Time's the greatest time zone of all time. I'm not kidding. It's funny. People ask me, like, oh, how's the move to North Carolina been? I'm like, everything's been great. Time zone change has genuinely been the biggest problem in my life since moving.
Scheduled complaining time. Last night, I didn't go to bed till 11:30. East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time, or whatever it officially is called, is the worst. The absolute worst.
Hey,
Dylan texted about that Jake Moody kick. I was stunned. Stunned he was awake.
I was shocked he was awake.
I had to make up for Sunday night.
Hey, don't worry. 10 p.m. Monday Night Football this week. Get ready, Texans.
Do we
Seahawks.
really? Crap, I hate. And also, why do we have had more Monday doubleheaders this year than in previous years, right?
ESPN bought a bunch of games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Then
The Mouse bought some games.
Yep. Mickey bought them. Mickey bought them up. Let's start talking about some games this week. Pretty good slate this week, fellas.
Great slate. Can I say a serious issue? Serious issue. This is the list of my bets.
Oh my gosh.
And I was going, and I'm pretty, whatever. I'm not clamoring for action. It just kept coming to me and coming to me and coming to me. And then I realized 3:30 games I'm pretty much out for because I'll be transitioning from the plane to the hotel. I can watch the noon games on the plane. This is going to be a disaster. There's going to be games that I can't watch. It's going to be a disaster. I'm excited. It's going to be a disaster.
So I was doing my prep last night, Monday night, mind you guys. I'm on the Action app. I'm looking at some of the lines. That's just what I use to look at some of the line movement, whatever. And you scroll down, you can see who has already made a pick in the game. And I was like, oh, man, somebody already made a pick in a lot of these games. Wonder who it is. Every single game. It's like Dylan Wilkerson is on the total. Dylan Wilkerson's on the spread. It's like Monday nights.
But hey, listen, I made this point. Karter, I bet all of my games on Monday. So if we come here and we do a parlay and it's opposite of whatever I picked, I don't want to come in next week and say, Dylan, bet the opposite side of the parlay.
But
I already had a bet.
Well, what are you rooting for?
The parlay. The parlay is 1A. It's never my money line dog pick. It's never me posting vertical clips.
Okay, but what if the parlay is... We're going to waste time on this.
If it's dead?
No, what if the parlay is... It's the first leg, but you've done pretty poorly so far in the slate, and you need a bet to hit.
Parlay.
Okay, all right.
Okay. But then if the parlay's already dead, if the leg's already lost,
yes,
I'm rooting for
parlay, then just root against. Yeah.
Yes. I had something else I wanted to say. Parlay. I can't remember.
Any more housekeeping items?
I blew the parlay.
Oh, can I do my top 10? We haven't done my top 10 in a while.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll start at 10.
Right on.
Sure.
And I'll just power through it, and then if you have any notes, we can revisit. 10 Missouri, 9 Tennessee, 8 Oregon, 7 Ole Miss, 6 Texas Tech, 5 Alabama, 4 Texas A&M, 3 Ohio State, 2 Miami, 1 Indiana.
Indiana won.
This is my best teams in the country. This is not. I mean, obviously, record matters. I'm not saying best record, best strength of record. I'm saying my top 10 teams.
I'd probably go Miami. 1.
Really? Now here's my problem with that, and this might be flawed. The boat racing of Illinois does it for me. And I think the Oregon win is more impressive than any win Miami has.
But I just don't think Illinois is that good.
That's okay. That's fair.
Like,
I think
what's a more
Oregon win.
Let me ask you this: what's a more impressive win, Florida or Illinois? I think Florida's more impressive.
No, I
yes,
so.
you do.
I
don't you
think
dare
Florida's
lie to me.
more
Don't you dare lie to me.
So beating a team whose coach is a dead man walking is more impressive than Illinois.
What about a team that's way more talented and has one of the best defenses in the country?
Does the talent matter if they're bad?
Yes.
If the team is bad?
Yes.
Okay. I would disagree with that. The win against, and especially in the fashion that it went, the win against Illinois is better than a win against Florida.
We're not going to talk about them much because they play Louisville Friday. Miami's schedule, guys. Louisville, Stanford, SMU, Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, Pitt. Where's the loss? Where's the loss?
I don't know if there is one. I don't think there is one.
There's not. Cristobal's due for a sketchy one. It might. Does Dave Dorn save his job against Miami?
That's in Coral Gables.
Cristobal F's up in Coral Gables.
They closed the year at VT at Pitt. Maybe one of those.
Gosh. Yeah, that's a pretty bad schedule.
See you in the playoff, Miami.
I was at ACC Media Days last week, I just see all the conferences. I see Stanford and Cal coming in, and I'm just like, what has happened to this conference?
So we're starting Friday night previews, right? Carolina Cal?
Carolina Cal. Over.
No qualms about Missouri, number 10. I thought that would be the one that would rile some people up.
I don't hate it. I mean, you look where Missouri is. They're 16th right now. Who's above them? Well, BYU should have maybe been there.
That's a great point. Undefeated BYU.
We'll talk about the
Cougs. Get the brakes kicked off of them this week. It's going to be bad.
Okay.
Put your little buddies on watch. Yeah.
Put
Ole Miss,
yeah,
Georgia.
Put Jackson with an X.
Ole Miss, Georgia. Georgia's 7.5-point favorite. Over under 54.5. We feel kind of the same about both these teams in a national title sense, where they're in the national title conversation, but I don't necessarily feel great about either of these teams, to be honest. And I know our comments are nonstop. Oh, you guys pick against Georgia once again. You don't pick against Kirby. But the issue is Georgia should not have won that Auburn game. They just flat out shouldn't have. Ole Miss,
no,
probably shouldn't have beat Wazoo.
on a non-technical analysis of this game, I saw a TikTok where it said Kirby Smart clapping at his daughter's dance recital.
No, he's not mouthing timeout. He's just like cheering. That's how he gets excited.
I will never get over that. In my mind, these two teams are the same entity so far this year. They're good, not great. So
play down some opponents.
Yeah, to see a 7-point differential was shocking to me. I thought it would be home field advantage is hardly 3 points anymore. Maybe 3, maybe a little less. On that narrative alone, on that note alone, I think I'm going to go Ole Miss plus the 7. I have gone Ole Miss plus the 7. It's not something I feel super confident in. Both of these teams, there's not many outcomes that would surprise me outside of 2-score victories. Like if one team won by 14 points, I'd say, wow, that's shocking. And that would either be, I guess I'd have to, it depend how the game went. I would have to, if Ole Miss just looks awful, then I don't know if I would upgrade Georgia, downgrade Ole Miss. Ole Miss offense is great. Georgia's offense is average. Strength of schedule, relatively similar. Ole Miss is 31st, Georgia's 13th, so Georgia has a slight edge there. I think I'm going to go Ole Miss.
I'm worried about Ole Miss on the road. Their only road game was against Kentucky so far this year. They haven't had to travel at all.
It is at Oklahoma a look-ahead spot for Ole Miss?
No. The look-ahead spot was at Georgia, and they almost lost to Wazoo, 100%.
That was the clear look-ahead spot, which
I mean,
we
you
should have
know
just taken Washington State spread.
Yeah, it was like 32.5, which
that
is
was
crazy.
Bad by us.
Yeah, but you know Lane Kiffin's got the boys. Like, hey, looking ahead to Athens. They've been prepping for Georgia for 2 weeks.
I saw him. I think he was when he was on Pardon My Take. He was they had the early games or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, we used the first 2 days of our week. We're gonna look ahead to Georgia, do some prep on Georgia." They were clearly focused on Georgia and not watching. They didn't give a
really
F
say
about
that?
Washington State. Yes,
That's crazy.
Awful. Yeah, that's crazy. That is insane. I respect it. I do respect it because most coaches will just be like, "Well, we're gonna focus on the game on this week." So
Sounds like Belichick.
need some W's over there.
Yeah. Look, gun to my head, we talked about this briefly. If you said, Connor, pick Ole Miss or Georgia to win a national title, I'm going to take Georgia. Just on a national landscape in the playoff, I would pick Georgia to win a national title over this Ole Miss team. But this weekend, Dylan, I think you're right. 7.5 points. These teams are pretty even in my eyes from what we've seen this year. And I get it, Ole Miss on the road, it's a little bit scary, but what have we seen from Georgia to inspire any type of confidence in us to pick them in this game? Because they're at home, that's probably my only bet. I mean, I don't know. I think if Jackson...
They might be
Jackson
better on
Arnold,
the road.
If Jackson Arnold doesn't drop the ball or get the ball punched out the goal line and they're up 17-0, Auburn's up 17-0, that game's probably goes Auburn's way.
Georgia's a handful of plays away from being a 3-loss team.
Yeah. Well, that was my next point. That Tennessee game, I put that more on Josh Heupel, coaching scared after that fumble at the end of the game. And I feel like Tennessee lost that game more than Georgia took over and won it. That game was in the bag for Tennessee.
But don't you think this is partially a game where, like, maybe he got over those demons in the LSU game where Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss come in and, we got Georgia, Ole Miss, this is going to be an awesome game. And then we just see it time and time again where Ole Miss just crumbles in the big spot. Or did he get over that in the LSU game?
What? Yeah, I was gonna say LSU feels like a big spot.
That's why I think that argument is kind of flawed finally, where it's like, I think LSU was that big spot and finally got over the hump. I am worried about this Ole Miss team going on the road, but I always worry whenever it's these big time matchups, and then all of a sudden you see the line in your face and you see Georgia minus 7.5. There's usually a reason for that, I feel like, and then it ends up being a 2-score game and Georgia wins.
That's what I was thinking about this morning is if I hadn't watched a lick of either of these teams this year, if I just came in and looked at the line and looked at their schedules and looked at the numbers, I would take Georgia because I'd be like, hey, look, what's that line trying to tell you? It's 7.5 for a reason. There's no reason it should be this high. It's right there in your face. Now, my problem with Georgia is you look at Gunnar Stockton. Maybe I'm biased for my preseason thoughts on him. I don't see it. Like, through the air, he's only had one pick this year. I get it. Hasn't made a ton of mistakes. But with Georgia unable to establish the run recently, is Gunnar Stockton going to beat you with his arm? He had, 300-something yards against a Tennessee Swiss cheese secondary. But other than that, what have we really seen from him to be like, hey, he's going to come out and dice up Ole Miss?
Where Ole Miss struggles defensively, too, is against the run and not the pass. So it'll be interesting to see how Georgia attacks that. Conversely, I know I said I'm taking Ole Miss. Their offensive line, just like last year, isn't great. The defensive line's not bad considering how much turnover they had there. Georgia's pass defense, though, it's just a shell of itself. It's not what it's been the past couple years under Kirby Smart. We need to come to a consensus. How do we say the quarterback slot? Is it Chamblis? Chambly?
Shamblusi.
Shamblissi? Shamblis.
Chamblis.
We'll go
Chamblis.
with Chamblis.
It's not Chambly, I'll tell you that. It's not French.
No.
Chambly.
Chambly and Devin Dampier. I'm going to go Chambly. And if he's listening, he can correct us. Chambly is going to tear apart this Georgia pass defense. That's what I'm going to say with this game. I think that's where the difference is. This Georgia pass defense is a shell of itself from former years under Kirby Smart. Ole Miss. I'm not going to go as far as to say they win the game, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I'll go that far. I think Ole Miss wins. Yeah, I've got Ole Miss.
Wow.
Aren't you the same guy that said Indiana would get blown out by Oregon?
Go ahead. I'm going to get torched for this. Go ahead. That's fine. I think Chambliss, look, throwing the ball pretty freaking well in his 4 starts so far. I think he's, 3 games over 300 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick, 60 rush yards in 3 of the 4 starts as well. He's a guy that, even if Georgia gets after him, he can extend plays. I think he's got a pretty good feel in the pocket. He can bounce outside. Now, look, he's not the pocket passer Ty Simpson is, but he's a lot more of a threat on the ground. And I think that's going to be a problem for this Georgia defense.
Yeah.
Ole Miss 19th in success rate, 29th EPA per play. Georgia not even close.
I'm struggling.
Something seems off.
Look, I feel like I haven't picked a game right in years. When we come on these shows, I feel like I haven't picked a game right in 10 years.
The commenters would agree.
And they would be right. I'm fumbling here. I want to come on and I want to say Ole Miss money line. But every single time I've gone against Georgia, it's bitten me in the butt. Every single time. And then the one time I say I'm rocking with Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. What happens? Ty Simpson comes in.
Well, they played the best team in the country.
Facts.
Have you seen the team in Provo?
Now, Carter, yeah. You could just abstain. You don't have to,
yeah, well,
you don't
I
have
could
to
do
anything.
I could do the thread the needle and say Georgia wins 27-20 and Ole Miss covers.
Yeah. No, F that. Ole Miss money line. And I don't want people to come on here and think it's, we're anti-Georgia, because was it last year? Maybe it was 2 years ago where I was like all in on Georgia, national title winner, all of this. It's just this year I haven't seen it. This is not, Gunnar Stockton is not as good as people are perceiving him to be in my eyes this year. But even bigger than that, this Georgia defense is not a national championship caliber defense. They're just not. It's not the mean Georgia Bulldogs defense we've seen in years past when they've made a serious run in college football playoff. That's not this defense, at least from what we've seen so far, especially in the passing defense. So I'm going to take Ole Miss in my olive branch to take a page out of Dylan's book, the over. I think this is a shootout. I think this is a shootout.
A Gunnar Stockton shootout?
You saw we had success against Tennessee's defense. How much better is Ole Miss's defense than Tennessee's?
I don't think either team's going to have success on the ground. It's all going to be done in the air in this game. I agree with Connor.
Are Ole Miss's 2 safeties out like Tennessee's were?
Well, Tennessee's
Valid.
defense.
Tennessee's defense. I mean, Taylor Green was dicing them up. I saw it in person.
Yeah, I was about to say, Arkansas
Taylor Green, if he was on a different team, is a Heisman contender.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
he's just not.
Score prediction, Ole Miss 38, Georgia 34. I think it's a shootout.
Dylan.
Ole Miss 28, Georgia 24.
Ole Miss 28, Georgia 31. Georgia wins.
Oh, he backed down. Dylan.
I back down.
So soft.
If you don't stand for something now, Karter, then win.
Pick your spots.
What will you fall for?
You got to pick your spots. Tennessee, Alabama. Alabama's an 8.5-point favorite. Over under 58.5 in this game. Also, I'm looking on here on the ESPN website right now. Tickets are as low as $50 for this game in Tuscaloosa.
No way.
We're
gonna have to go to our friends at SeatGeek to find out this one. But anyhow, Dylan, thoughts on this game?
My two loves.
Wrong. That's why you don't use these other ticketing websites. They're $266.
What if no, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. We love SeatGeek. My mom has already chirped me on X for saying something positive about Alabama. It's tough because I've been on Alabama all year. I want them to succeed. To be honest, I don't hate Alabama as an entity much anymore because they're not the dominant. Like, it's easy to hate a team when they're the dominant top of the AP poll every week. Not as hateable now. This was kind of a similar situation. I love Alabama. I saw 8, and I was like, that seems like a lot. But I like Alabama more than I like Georgia against Ole Miss. Where the difference is for me, Tennessee's outmatched on defense. And that's not I don't think the defense is atrocious. It's mediocre, but Alabama's defense is better. I would say their offenses are probably comparable. Tennessee might have more explosiveness, but 8 points is a lot. If I had to pick a side, I'm probably going Alabama.
Yeah, gut reaction.
And I don't know. Yeah.
You look at the number. Well, my first reaction was, damn, like 8.5, 9. There's some 9.5s out there right now. It's going Bama's way. Gut reaction, it feels high, but I think it's justified. Like if you really look at it, if you've really watched these teams, and I've watched a lot of Alabama because I love them this year. And I've watched a lot of Tennessee. Watched them in person last week. The Tennessee defense, especially that secondary, I don't know. Taylor Green, Mike Washington for Arkansas were dicing them up on Saturday. I watched it in person, chunk play after chunk play, and the only way Tennessee's defense really got after them was when they got in the backfield. They sacked them, I think, 5 times, and they did come up with some pretty big sacks. I'll give them credit there. But whenever Taylor Green had time, they ran that RPO, they ran the read option handoff. Tennessee's defense was giving up chunk play after chunk play to Arkansas. And look, Ty Simpson, he's not the dual threat that Taylor Green is. He's not going to take off for 40 yards and scramble, but he's going to stand in the pocket and throw the shit out of the ball. And he made some damn good throws this past weekend. And I think he's going to absolutely shred this Tennessee defense. And that brings me no joy to say, but I can't fully get behind this Tennessee team this year. After what, like, they should have, they had that Georgia game signed, sealed, and delivered. They should have won that game. And that just lives rent-free in my head, is like, are they going to win one of these big games? I just don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm out on Tennessee. I
more
think
in on
Alabama's
Bama.
just that good. I think they are one of the best teams in the country.
Tennessee's just a classic 10-2 team. You know, you're scared to play them in the playoff, but they're not going to win a national title.
Yep.
I'm not.
This
Sorry,
was a man
Dylan's
that came
mom.
on the recap show and said Alabama's the best team in the country. I love Alabama. I've been on them all year.
Me?
You.
No, I didn't say best team in the country. I said best team in the SEC.
You've been on them all year.
And I'm on them this week. I love Bama.
Yeah.
I love Bama every which
Wow.
way.
We've been doing this too much this year.
I know.
We've been doing. I know, but the issue is that's why I had to pick Georgia. I didn't want to be another game day graphic.
This is like when. No, I probably shouldn't say that.
Are we
When
just gonna
everybody
pretend,
hangs out together, we all just adapt each other's views. We all just start agreeing with each other.
But
Like
are
Trump's
we
cabinet?
going to sit here and pretend that Tennessee? Yeah, they blew the Georgia game.
Mm-hmm.
They should have lost to Mississippi State, which was their
Probably should have
only
lost to
other road
Arkansas.
test. Which was their only other road test this year. This defense is pathetic, in my opinion. Taylor Green,
Not
Connor,
great.
you saw it in person. He was dicing him up, no problem. Ty Simpson's going to have a field day.
That game.
This is the game Ty Simpson really enters the Heisman race and solidifies his name in this race. Alabama rolls.
Well,
And
he's
the only way.
currently the co-favorite.
Is he co-favorite right now? I
He
thought
is.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
okay.
the Beckmeister.
Oh gosh, no. Why would you take Carson Beck? I thought last time I checked, it was before last weekend's slate. He was like fourth or fifth.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
it. That was it.
Well,
If
he's going
UT
to solidify himself as a clear favorite after this game. He's going to put up big numbers. Alabama rolls in this spot.
I'm with you on that. If Tennessee wants to compete, I think the recipe is you got to get pressure on Ty Simpson. Bama gave up, I think 4 sacks to Missouri this past weekend. That's the only way they were able to stop Taylor Green this past week was getting to him in the backfield. If you give Ty Simpson time, I think you guys are right. He's going to dice up this secondary. And you look at, by comparison, Gunnar Stockton, who we just talked about, who I don't think is dynamite through the air by any means, had his best passing game by far against this Tennessee defense, 304 yards passing. His next 3 games, 130, 196, 212. So the clear outlier is this Tennessee defense. And last thing I'll say, Deshaun Bishop, who's Tennessee's starting running back, they got a committee, but he's their best running back, I think. Got hurt last week. I don't know. They haven't announced an update yet. I don't think it was as serious as it may seem, but he had to get helped off. He couldn't walk off the field. I don't know how serious it was, but that's their best running back. So I don't know if he's going to play.
And the other thing is, the only way Tennessee wins this game is if they score 40 plus. And I don't think they can do that against this Bama defense. This also feels like a game where people realize, wait, Joey Aguilar is actually a turnover machine? Oh, yeah.
I can see a couple picks. Yeah.
He's got like a sub 1% turnover worthy play rate. So I don't. Where do we think that?
I don't want to poop on Aguilar.
I watched a lot of Joey Aguilar at his time at App State.
Oh, well,
Every time I say I'm out on
okay.
Aguilar, he burns me. So I'm not going to go that far because he's having a
I'm
great
not
year.
out. I'm not out on Aguilar. I'm just saying I think this is a prime spot for him to go back to old habits.
People can't change.
No, they can change, but
It's the whole basis of our faith, Karter.
absolutely.
People can change. Aguilar is not committed to a life of turnovers.
But you can also go back to who you were a little bit. We saw that with Dante Moore this week.
Wow. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Stoppable force meets a movable object. Alabama's rush offensive success rate 127th in the country. Tennessee's defensive rush success rate 114th.
What's the deal with Jam Miller? Is he playing? I couldn't see anything before today's show.
I haven't found anything on him or, like I said, Deshaun Bishop. So
This is why
sure.
it stinks doing these shows early of the week.
It's the cost
I think
of
Bishop
getting
will
them
be
out.
fine. Heupel was on an interview yesterday at a local news station and said he thinks he'll be fine. So we'll see. I think we get some exciting games on Saturday. I'm going to lean over here as well. I think this is a shootout.
I'm going Alabama 42, Tennessee 28.
I'm going Bama 38, Tennessee 27.
Bama 31, Tennessee 21.
Bama covers according to Dylan.
They cover for me too.
I think so. Just slightly. I hate it. Sorry, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't hate it. But
Let's quickly do this one. LSU Vandy. Vandy's 2.5-point favorites in this game. This one is hilarious because I feel like if Vandy loses this one, the Diego Pavia storylines kind of just die officially. They did a little bit in the Alabama game, lost a lot of steam, but then I think that storyline absolutely dies if they lose this one. But also, if they win this one and LSU loses, I think we're going to start seeing I think LSU fans are going to be jealous of Penn State fans being like, man, you all got to fire your coach? We got to do that down here.
Well, look, if Vandy loses, Diego Pavia is just going to apply for his 11th year of eligibility in college football. So.
Him and Jeff Sims, baby.
Yeah, it's Jeff Sims. Look, I'll be quick here. Battle of two teams that I don't think are very good in the national landscape, in the grand scheme of things. I don't think either one of these teams is a true national contender. I lean Vandy just because they're at home and they're coming off a bye, but genuinely, I don't know. Like, I don't feel comfortable taking either side here. And look, last thing I'll say, LSU offense hasn't scored more than 20 points against a Power 4 school this year. Probably changes this weekend. Maybe. I'm going to take Vandy in a close one. I don't love either side. I wouldn't be shocked either way. But in the grand scheme of things, neither one of these teams is a threat.
my play here, the under in LSU games are 5-1 this year. Defense is actually pretty good. The offense is just inept, anemic, whatever word you want to use to describe it. I see a slight path that LSU is able to have success in the air. This Vanderbilt pass defense, 111th in EPA per pass attempt allowed. I'm still going to go under 49.5 here. Both teams play. LSU plays average pace. Vanderbilt, surprisingly enough, plays pretty slow, just 66 plays per game, offensive snaps per game. As for a side, Vanderbilt, not too serious about it, a lot more serious about the under.
Give me Vandy coming off the bye. Coming off the bye, ending Brian Kelly's time at LSU, where I don't think he actually gets fired, but it's gonna be an all-time day on the message boards if they do lose.
Do you look ahead if you're LSU? Does this look ahead? You can't look ahead a ranked opponent, can you?
No.
Okay.
Well, and maybe for Brian Kelly.
I don't think it's crazy to look ahead.
If Vanderbilt storms the field, I will have words to say on our recap show.
There's a 2.5-point favorite, both ranked.
Yep. Because I bet it will happen, and I will have words.
What about if Duke storms the field?
Oh.
I will have words.
Wasn't there one this past weekend?
What'd you say?
Wasn't there one this past weekend? You had a
Colorado stormed the field as a favorite.
Yeah,
I expect nothing less. If Duke does, I will still clown them. I don't care if I'm high on Duke. I'll be honest. I'll be a man of integrity.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. USC
You gotta be a two-touchdown underdog.
2 touchdown underdog's crazy. USC Notre Dame. Well, let's get to an agreement here. 2-touchdown underdog. You know how the SEC does fines for if you storm the field? I don't think your school should be fined if you win as a 2-touchdown underdog if you storm the field.
Okay. So it's like a free rule for the field storming if you're that big of an underdog.
Yes.
I like that.
All right, we got there. USC Notre Dame minus 8.5 over under 61.5 in this game. The game is in South Bend. That is critical here because I think we see last time USC had to travel to the Midwest. Not too good. Not too good against Illinois. They beat up Michigan last week, but Michigan might be a bad football team.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. It's all Notre Dame here. Give me the Irish.
That's an interesting train to hitch your wagon to.
Karter. It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points for a very good offense against a defense that's been lackluster this year.
I'm not betting Notre Dame. I'm picking Notre Dame. Want that clear. 8.5 is a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. That is a lot of points. Now, USC's defense still not anything, great. Same with Notre Dame's defense, but USC, and I said this in the recap show, USC's offensive line impressed me a lot. We can say what we want about Michigan. They're not a contender by any means, but their pass rush is still very good. And the fact that they were not able to sack Maava at all in that game was very impressive. I think USC's offense keeps them in this. I think they actually win this game. I was shocked to see that they were getting, 8.5, 9.5. Yeah, I'm going to go USC here. I think USC wins, and hopefully we're done talking about Notre Dame as an option for the college football playoff after this game.
They're good.
Good is a strong word.
You guys are just what are we smoking here? How is this team not good? We talked about Miami maybe being the best team in the country. They were in that game right at the end, lost by 3 on the road. Then Texas A&M, we already talked about that, the miracle that happened. And we talked about A&M as a top 5 team in the country. They should have won that game. And then they steamroll their other opponents. This is a good football team.
I don't think it's an indictment on C.J. Carr, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, this Notre Dame offense. It's more the defense for me.
I don't think this defense is actually that bad. I think they've come together a little bit. I've been watching these Notre Dame games.
They played NC State this past weekend. I could come together on defense against C.J. Bailey.
Boise State, Maddox Madsen, Karter, you're a big fan.
NC State can put up points. NC State's defense is the issue with that program.
There's
NC
a lot
State
of issues with that
puts
program.
up points. NC State puts up 33 against Duke, great team. 35 against Virginia, elite team. Wake Forest, they put up 34 against, sneaky team.
Notre Dame let Purdue score 30.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
But I'm saying in
Brown.
recent weeks, they let Arkansas only 13. Apparently, Heisman candidate Taylon Green at another school.
Well, you're missing an important part of that if he was on a different team.
That's what I said.
I'm going to lean USC here as well. And look, I just think their offense is too good not to compete in this game. And if it's close late, I think Jade Maava can make some plays and win this game. They're second in NCAA in total offense, first in yards per play. I think Mekhi Lemon's nasty on the outside as well. Look, Notre Dame, I know you said they've gotten better on defense as the season has progressed. I would agree with that, but they gave up a huge game to Marcel Reed. They gave up not a huge game, but a pretty good game to Carson Beck. I don't want Notre Dame's cupcake schedule recently to fool anybody in this defense. That's what it is. They have not played anybody good recently.
Notre Dame's defense hasn't gotten better. They've played worse teams. They've played worse offenses.
But you're going to get NC State's a good offense.
They're good offense.
They are a good offense. They are flat out a good offense. Hollywood Smothers
USC
and CJ Bailey.
one of the best.
Karter, what about Maddox Madsen and Boise State? Good offense?
No, I wouldn't put Boise State as a good offense.
Okay.
I would. Arkansas is a good offense.
Yeah, that's fair. Arkansas might be the one point you can make. That might be the one decent point that you could make for Notre Dame's defense.
Miami?
24, 27?
Opening week.
I would not go that far with the Miami game.
Are we going to sit here and pretend USC is a great defense?
No, that's what I led off with. I said the defense isn't that great.
That's what I'm saying. And then you have C.J. Carr and Jeremiah Love. They're going to put up points on this USC team. Points.
But the USC's offense versus Notre Dame's defense is a greater disparity than Notre Dame's offense versus USC's. Yeah.
Your brain's distorted because this team just beat a fraudulent Michigan team, and they beat them 31-13. No. This Michigan team under Sharon Moore is terrible. The offense is disgusting. You know this. You're a Michigan man. You should know this. Illinois put up 34 against this team. We've seen Illinois play against real teams. They're not that good. Michigan State put up 31 in their own building.
You can make a serious case. Illinois should beat Ohio State based on Parker's graph. Net success rate.
Notre Dame.
That's why I'm just
Dame.
saying, listen, you're sitting here saying Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Notre Dame. I don't know. 9.5, 8.5, or whatever, it seems like way too many for a game that probably should be closer to a
But are you guys saying
Yeah.
USC's winning outright?
I am.
No way.
We're picking the dogs. Dogs are barking this week.
Carter's blinded by the ND. He's blinded by the program.
I think you guys are distorted by only watching. You guys have primetime brain, where you watch two big spots at the beginning of the season, and then you just wash over what else has been going on.
It's easy to wash over Boise State, NC State, School of the Blind.
There's a reason why the games aren't in primetime.
C.J. Carr, very good quarterback.
I'm not saying he's not.
Best running back in the country. I can't. You guys are going to trust Lincoln Riley in this spot. On the road in South Bend.
Weirdly, I've had a good read on this USC team. I picked them against Illinois, and I like them here.
Because Illinois is not a good football team.
Okay, but nobody knew that back then.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We knew that in the Duke game. We knew they were not a good football team when they beat Duke by 25 because anybody who watched the game knew that was the luckiest effing football game we've ever seen, and Duke handed them the game. They said, please, Illinois, please take this game away from us. We don't want it.
C.J. Carr, 45th rated quarterback via PFF. Thoughts?
We'll find out on Saturday.
Okay.
Isn't
Jeremiah Love, 8th rated running back. You just said he was the best in the country. Thoughts?
Yeah, he's the best. I would put him over Ahmad Hardy. Ahmad Hardy did it against bad opponents. We've seen Jeremiah Love do it against the best opponents in the country. Last year and this year.
Weren't we just complaining this year, though, that he wasn't getting enough touches at the beginning of the year against these good teams?
Price is a dog. I like Price. Anyhow, let's do it. Let's move on. Do we want to do score predictions real quick for that one? Since it's going to be a shootout, probably.
We'll go USC 34, Notre Dame 31.
I like that score prediction.
USC 27, Notre Dame 24.
Low scoring.
I think so. I think it's a couple red zone turnovers. Wouldn't be shocked.
A couple Notre Dame defense, very very good, sneaky good.
Jeez, dude.
Let me go. I'll go Notre Dame 38, USC 28. All right,
okay.
All right, we got there. Big noon kickoff. Kinda. It's the game day show, but it's not actually the big noon kickoff. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox, Utah, BYU, Holy War. Utah is favored on the road by 3.5. Over under 49.5. I want to go last year, so Dylan, you go.
Yes. Let the BYU leader go first. The one that believed in them last week. There were people on this show said BYU's going to lose to Arizona, and you know what I did? I said, hop on my back, BYU fans. I'll pick them in the parlay, and guess what? They won. I willed them to a victory. While Carter's over there
was
saying,
dead at that point. The parlay was dead.
Whoa. Your BYU fan,
I know.
all the BYU fans, they're looking at you for leadership.
Oh,
and you let them astray.
Well, if they're looking at me for leadership, I did pick Utah to win the Big 12.
So you could say maybe some of them fell off at the beginning of the year. Maybe some of them said, we're looking for another leader. That's where I swoop in and I say, hey, they're beating Arizona. Utah wins this one huge. I mean, this is going to be an embarrassment to the Cougars. I don't see a path. Hey, you can look at strength of schedule. BYU 6-0. It's really cute. It's reminiscent of what we did last year with BYU, where we came on this show and we would spend 20 minutes talking about how BYU is a serious contender and how, they're going to make the playoffs. Oh, they can win the Big 12 if Colorado loses and then this other team loses 2 games and then Iowa State ties somebody. this is where it all falls apart. Very cute story. After this week, we don't have to keep talking about BYU.
I hate to say it. I'm kind of in line with Dylan here. You look at the Colorado game, real chance they should have lost that. You look at the Arizona game, real chance they should have lost that. And on Utah's side, look, do I believe in them against some of these better teams? Like, for example, the Texas Tech game, that scared me. With them on a national landscape, I think that was very worrisome for Utah. I think they handle BYU. I think there's a reason they're favored. I think they're the better team. I think they're the more talented team. I'm sorry, Karter. I have to go Utah here. I don't think it's close either. Dylan, I think you're right.
And I'm very excited for this because the whole rationale between Karter abandoning his fan base last week was that they're going to come back and win the game that matters. I'm curious to see if any of that has changed. I love it. Utah third nationally in success rate.
That's cool.
But BYU's 12th.
And also, we talk about, you can say, oh, BYU schedule, who have they beaten? Buddy, Utah's beaten nobody. Absolutely nobody.
I've got my eyes on BYU 83rd strength of schedule played, Utah 50th. That's not a insignificant.
Arizona State without,
Arizona State with Jeff Sims, and also UCLA is doing a lot of heavy lifting on that schedule now that they're not bad. They got to play a Deshaun Foster UCLA-led team.
So the players just magically got better once the coach left?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's huge. So Titans are winning the Super Bowl.
We'll see about that one.
That's like on college, like if you get an upgrade in your stats on
that,
like MLB
you're
The
doing
Show
a
or
bit.
whatever.
Stop that.
No, well, I'm saying that's what you're saying. Is like, the coach is gone, all of a sudden the players get better. It's a 33-point win against a team that you're poo-pooing on now.
And you weren't poo-pooing on, huh? You weren't poo-pooing on UCLA?
I was, but I still don't think they're a good team.
I think they are now. But anyhow, that's besides the point. We're not doing UCLA.
Beat a dead Penn State team.
I wore black on this show for one reason.
Death of the Utah Utes.
Death of Kyle Whittingham. This is the game that decides Kyle Whittingham's fate. Because Kyle Whittingham, the reason he came back for another season, he was going to retire after last season if he won that game in Salt Lake City. The reason he came back was so he could get one more chance at BYU, and he doesn't get it. He's not winning in Provo, Utah this weekend. BYU has Jack Kelly and Isaiah Glasker fully healthy for this one. They're going to be back. Bear Bachmeier's going to get it done in Provo. Utah has the most fraudulent win against Arizona State. Everyone's brain's like, oh, Utah's back. They beat West Virginia by 30-plus and Arizona State by 30-plus. Are you kidding me? Jeff Sims, West Virginia, BYU smacked West Virginia too. Texas Tech is the only real defense they have played so far this season. BYU's defense is nasty. They're going to get to Devin Dampier. They're not going to have success on the ground. They're going to have to force Devin Dampier to throw the ball, and I don't trust he can do it on the road. Give me BYU in this one, outright money line.
116 passer rating. 83 passer rating when under pressure. 50 points higher than Bears.
What happened against Texas? Hey, whoa! What happened against Texas Tech? Because I think that's the comparable opponent.
They lost.
How
saying Kyle Whittingham came back just to play BYU, like he didn't get one of the best quarterbacks in the transfer portal, absolutely insane.
I have my sources on this.
Oh, let me guess. You talked to some people within the program at BYU that said Kyle Whittingham came back just to beat Utah.
No, people at Utah. I'm dead serious. So I don't know what to tell you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The fact we don't have to talk about him after this week is very exciting.
Devin Dampier against Texas Tech, 25 of 38, 162 in the air, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
He got pooped on in that game.
Connor, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Texas Tech, national title contender?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
BYU, national title contender?
Probably not national title contender. I think that's a stretch.
BYU, but BYU defense, is it good?
Top third of college football?
Is this BYU defense good?
Yes.
Is Arizona State's? Is West Virginia's?
No.
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 Is it UCLA's?
No. Is Wyoming's? Go ahead. Do the question. Is Wyoming's?
Is Wyoming's? I don't know.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
Are they good? Okay. Well,
Yes.
guess what? Did you see Devin Dampier in that game? He was terrible. Wyoming. I think
31
Wyoming
points.
was winning at halftime, or it was 0-0.
I see 31 points. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, Utah wins. Utah rolls. I think my only concern here is, will I stay in Circa to watch the second half? Because it might be
5
so
p.m.
it might be so bad that I just go like, hey Abby, let's go get dinner. I don't need to watch the rest of this game.
BYU.
Oh, you're
wins.
going to Circa at 7 in the morning. That's Sunday. That's the day after. Sorry.
Well, either way, I'll spend all day there. My eyes will be bleeding.
Yeah.
Utah rolls. I will go. Let's see. What's the total here? 49.5. Utah 38. BYU 10.
BYU 21. Utah 17.
Shot in the dark. I'll go Utah 27, BYU 17. I think Utah wins by 10.
I can't wait for this game. I can't.
Oh.
Go Cougs.
I cannot wait. Quickly, parlays, and then we'll swing over to NFL. Parlay picks. Dylan, let's go underdog parlay.
Underdog parlay, Mississippi State money line. This is
Damn.
definitely a game Billy Napier loses. 100%.
Damn.
So I'm going Mississippi State. Do you want me to go another? I have another.
No, that's fine. I got another one.
I love that pick, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you have another one? Because
Yeah, I have another one. I can go.
What do you have?
You want to go big time?
Well, I mean, what do you say, USC?
I think Stanford beats Florida State.
Oh, my.
no, let's go. Let's
Florida,
keep it within
Florida
reason.
State traveling to Stanford. I could go West Virginia over UCF.
Now that I don't hate.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, I can go West Virginia. But I want credit if Mississippi State wins as well as Connor.
Yes, you'll get it on the graphic.
Thank you.
And I can go somewhere. It's okay. I can go somewhere else.
No, I'll go West Virginia. You go Mississippi State. I like that.
Actually, I'm going to go Friday night. Chapel Hill, Carolina traveling to Cal, Berkeley. They're 10-point dogs. I think this is a big spot. Just kidding.
I'm so glad
I'm not
you
going to
were
do that. I can't.
I'm
do
going
that.
Friday night. I'm going Minnesota over Nebraska. I think
Love
Matt
it.
Rule's-
Oh, go Mississippi State, Connor. Please go Mississippi State.
Okay, yeah, Mississippi State. That was my number one choice. What I
This
wrote
one
down.
That's a
wins.
parlay.
This is a winner. This is a
That's
winner.
parlay. Minnesota is beating Nebraska. Matt Rule's eyes are set on that Penn State job. Did you guys see what he said when asked about it in the press conference?
He's
Oh
licking
my
his chops.
gosh.
Yeah, I love Penn State. I love these, that, and the other.
I grew up a
That is
fan.
my home. I would love Penn State. His eyes are set on that Penn State job, and I know Matt Rule better than anybody else. He is a used salesman to the nth degree. He is thinking about that Penn State job.
He
is not
said he
thinking
loved
about
every single coaching regime in the entirety of his life. I worship
and
this team.
He said, quote, I wanted to rebuild Nebraska. Keyword wanted.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if we were to Penn State.
If you're Penn State, grass isn't always greener.
No.
Absolutely not. They're going to be begging for James Franklin back if Matt Rule's in that building. They're
Yeah,
they're going to love the press conference. Like, yeah, so we're going to have to watch the film and F that. Matt Rule, this Nebraska team is not good. This Nebraska team is not good. I cannot wait to bet Minnesota money line this week.
That's a good
Anyhow,
parlay.
Yeah, that's a
Great
really
parlay.
good parlay.
Who we got? I'll get the odds on that one real quick, too.
Dylan, before we give our pick, how do you feel about Michigan-Washington? Do you think there's going to be a lot of points in that game?
To be completely honest, I don't know how you repress a future memory, but I've kind of just forgot that game existed. Michigan's like 5.5 point favorite. Not sure in what world that's rational. That was my first thought when I saw that.
Total's 50.5. I was dancing with the over, but I
would go if they aren't getting to the quarterback, I'd go over. But
I think Baughan Williams has had a great couple of weeks.
yeah,
do you have your pick?
I have my pick. 5-star Duke over Georgia Tech. I mean, what are we doing
That's
here?
the play. I mean, what
What are we doing?
I can't believe we didn't even get to preview this game. We didn't have time for it. This is the ACC title. This is who's going to play Miami in the ACC title game, the winner of this game. This is a sneaky Super Bowl for me. Duke wins this one. You're giving me the team that's undefeated. The team is undefeated, and they're dogs on the road?
Ranked
Give me
against an
Duke.
unranked team.
Ranked against unranked team? This is Duke all day. Duke City. Georgia Tech should have lost to Wake Forest. Duke is rolling right now. They are a wagon coming off a bye. Give me the Blue Devils.
Offense, very good. Very good right now.
Very good. Give me the Blue Devils. Anyhow, I love that pick. Connor, what was your pick? Did you make one?
I want to go Michigan, Washington. Real quick, is Sam Levitt playing or not? Because that was my other pick.
No update yet. He is questionable still. I am looking.
Then
at
I'm not
going to
do that because I
He's
wanted to take
considered
Texas
week
Tech.
to week.
He's not going to play. I wanted to take Texas Tech, Arizona State over, but I'm not doing that with Jeff Sims. So we're gonna mark that off.
Can we just go Texas Tech team total at that point then?
Maybe. Now I'll go Michigan, Washington over 50.5.
Over 50.5.
50.5.
Woo,
We're gonna
that's
do
not
it.
a lot of points. I mean, is Michigan going to be able to stop the? Is Michigan going to be able to stop the run game at all, Dylan?
I don't have any faith in it.
I'm taking the over. I've been burned on an over last week. Don't care. I'm going right back to the well. I will continue to pick an over in this college football parlay until I hit it.
I'll join you. Can I take an over, Dylan?
It's not my pick.
Let's go to the CW network. I'm going Washington State, Virginia over 56.5.
So Washington and Wazoo make the parlay.
Yep.
Big West
You know-
Coast representation.
I'm clicking on this Washington-Michigan game. Wait, no, never mind. Wrong one. Dylan, I see you're on the over for Texas Tech, Arizona State. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't do it with Jeff Sims. Can't do it.
Can I switch my pick?
Sure. Yeah.
There's no rules.
No. I'm going to leave it. I want to
BYU?
take the over. No.
I was not that confident.
It was going to be Penn State money line.
God, stop.
Ooh.
They're beating Iowa this week, aren't they?
They probably are.
They probably are.
I'm taking Penn State money line on its own. I'm not going to put it in the parlay. I'm not going to do that to you guys. But anyhow, all right, that's it for the college football show. Let's swing over to the NFL right after this.